Dodge posts sticker prices for the Dart. Audi is ready to pay for Ducati. BMW issues a recall for some luxury cars. And we'll take a closer look at the restyled 2013 Porsche Boxster. I'm Andy, and this is a Tuesday edition of Autoweek TV. The Dodge Dart will be in dealer showrooms soon, and now we know how much it is likely to cost. Chrysler on Monday released sticker prices for all 5 trim levels of their new small car. The base Dart SE will start at $16,790, including shipping charges. At the top of the range, the Dart RT carries a sticker price of $23,390, while the other 3 models will fall somewhere in between. Newswire reports in Europe say Audi is ready to buy Italian motorcycle maker Ducati for about $1.1 billion. The deal is likely to be announced Wednesday, and it is another win for Volkswagen chairman Ferdinand Piëch, who tried to buy Ducati in 2008 but was outbid. Ducati will become the 11th brand in the VW portfolio, joining the likes of Lamborghini and Bugatti. The motorcycle maker has been around since 1926. Owners of some BMW and Rolls-Royce cars can look for a recall notice in the mail. A faulty circuit board in the electric-powered auxiliary water pump is triggering the recall. The circuit board could overheat, which could lead to a fire in the engine compartment. The recall covers 2012 models of the BMW 7 Series, X5, and X6. It also covers the Rolls-Royce Ghost for the 2011 and 2012 model years. All the recalled vehicles have V8 or V12 engines. And that's the news for now. We leave you today with a closer look at the redesigned third-generation Porsche Boxster. Your guide is Natalie Neff. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from the car world. Until then, enjoy the drive.
Hard to believe it's been almost 16 years since Porsche rolled out the very first Boxster. And yet, in that time, we've not only gotten over the clunkiness of its name, Boxer plus Roadster equals Boxster, but we've come to measure all others in this segment against the Porsche. And for 2013, Porsche is tweaking that definition with the third generation of the Boxster, known internally as the 981. Not to worry, Porsche thankfully did not feel the need to reinvent the wheel. The lovely mid-engine dynamics remain, as does the intoxicating song of the Boxster 6 just behind your ears. But the subtle revisions do make for some welcome changes. For starters, the Boxster and the Boxster S both weigh less than their outgoing counterparts, even while growing slightly, offering more standard equipment, and boasting bigger wheels. And yes, the cars are bigger, but we challenge anyone to detect it without a measuring stick. Both cars are just over an inch longer, but the wheels have been pushed out to the corners such that the wheelbase is 2.4 inches longer and the front track 1.6 inches wider. The exterior design sees little change, but we love the subtle styling differences, particularly in back where the spoiler forms a delicate crease across the tail and through the jewel-like taillights. Inside, Porsche made the biggest changes, and it's here where we most appreciate the deviation from the current car's design. Most of the overall feel inside carries over from the newly redesigned 911 with its rising center console and the general layout of controls. The only shortcoming? With the top up, visibility out the back is nearly erased by the combination of those roll hoops and a higher rear deck. And yet once you turn the key, who's worrying about visibility? Yes, both engines are in essence carryover. The Boxster engine shrinks from 2.9 liters to 2.7, but thanks to the addition of direct fuel injection, it turns out more power with 265 horsepower on tap. The Boxster S retains its 3.4 liter, tuned to crank out a tad more power at 315 horsepower, and either engine can be fitted with one of a pair of familiar gearboxes, the standard 6-speed manual or an optional 7-speed dual clutch lifted from the 911 that Porsche calls PDK. And here's the thing, we love both transmissions. And because even sports car makers have to be fuel cognizant these days, both gearboxes also feature an auto stop-start function that shuts off power at stops. Both cars feel as confident as ever when hustled through the mountains or speeding down a freeway, the longer, wider stance giving them a sure-footed attitude. Through the turns, they hold a flatter aspect with the front end biting eagerly. What it comes down to is this. Yes, Porsche could give the Boxster more power. The chassis would probably revel in it. But to do so would be stepping on Big Brother 911 toes, and that's just a big Stuttgart no-no. Besides, where the 911 starts at $83,000, the 2013 Boxster starts at just $50,000 and tops out at $62,000 in the S model. For enthusiasts, that's just about as good as it gets. For Autoweek, I'm Natalie Neff.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at Autoweek.com, in Autoweek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Autoweek USA.